have another set. Return to Ravnica here. See how this looks. Okay. I mean, mythics. Don't have any really great mythics here. A couple over $5. Looking like we have quite a few that are under $1 though. What year was this? 2012? Rares. Okay. So we have some decent rares. $31 for Cyclonic Rift. Uh, over $10 on some lands here. Blood Crypt, Steam Vents, Overgrown Tomb, Temple, Garden, Hollowed Fountain. And what are these? They're lands. Okay. So it's basically a dual land, but you have to pay two life for it not to come in tapped. So, which is fine if you don't have something that you need the mana for, then you just play it then. Hollowed Fountain. This stuff under $5. So Great Betrayal, Deathrite Shaman, Pack Rat, Chromatic Lantern, Supreme Verdict, Abrupt Decay. Then we get under $1. Let's head down to uncommons. Where are you, uncommons? There we go. Uncommons. Sphere of Safety, Vandal Blast. So, two uncommons. We'll see those potentially in white or red. So, let's head down to commons, cross our fingers to see if any commons are worth anything. If there's a common worth something, then we're fairly likely to see it. And there is not any commons worth over $1. And it looks like our lands are also not over $1. I keep on wondering if at the bottom of the commons, do they have like tokens or anything? No. Okay. Well, let's start with green. I mean, surely it can't be worse than our last set. So, I mean, that's always kind of nice. 2/1, 1 mana creature, and it's a 1 mana that you can pay with. Uh, you get to pick which type of mana you pay for it with. You know, either green or white. Kind of odd that more of those aren't like more popular. I feel like that would be like more popular for uh Wizards of the Coast or Hasbro to be doing. Just because like I feel like you could take a card that's already like, oh, this card's like considered pretty decent. It was a common or uncommon that, is $1. People are using it pretty regularly. And now we're just going to like make it so that you can use, you know, two types of different mana on it instead of just one. It's like the same card, but it's just superior, and we're going to make it a rare. Right? And, oh, instant, like $5 card. Because people are going to be like, oh, I could just replace that uncommon in my deck with a rare that's just, slightly better if I'm not using a monocolor deck. Right? Maybe not an instant $5 card. Less demand, less copies though. So still, I mean, probably a rare worth $1. If the uncommon is worth $1, I mean, for one thing, the people that are using the uncommon and paying for $1 for it could then use the rare. So, yeah, actually, a really easy way to also reprint a card that you've been like, hey, we're not going to reprint this, but we are going to reprint it. We're just going to reprint a very slightly better version of that card. It's not the same card. It has different artwork and a different name. And I get it. It functions the same. We never said we wouldn't print a card that functioned the same as that card. You thought we would never reprint Black Lotus? Yeah. This isn't the same as Black Lotus. Right? It's 2 mana of any color and 1 colorless mana. It's not even as good as Black Lotus. Or it's 2 of any color mana and 2 colorless mana. You get 4 mana instead of 3. It's just, you know, 2 of them are colorless. We didn't print Black Lotus. You know, obviously, you know, this card says, pay 0, sacrifice it, and you get 3 red mana. And this one says you get 3 black mana. And this one says you get 3 white mana. We printed 5 different cards. And clearly, it's an inferior version to Black Lotus because, you know, it gives a specific mana, not any color of mana. And I mean, sure, it's the same as having a Black Lotus if you're a monocolor deck or a colorless deck, but you know that doesn't matter. Can you tell it's probably a good thing that I don't run Wizards of the Coast? Actually, people would love it if I ran Wizards of the Coast, but uh, most people would. Just the people that think like Black Lotus is an investment because people play with Black Lotus cards wouldn't love me. Not because I'd like reprint Black Lotus. And the reserved list is the reserved list. We said we wouldn't reprint Black Lotus. But there's something better than Black Lotus. Or functionally the same as Black Lotus. Now, I'd probably break the game as soon as someone was like, but you have to make sure that people can't win in one turn. And I'd be like, fine, we'll make sure they can't win in one turn. We'll introduce a card that, you know, is 0 mana instant where you just cast it and go, I don't take any damage this turn. Put 4 of them in your deck, and chances are, you know, you're going to get one of them on your first turn. Everybody would be like, that's terrible. What if somebody draws 4 of them? The game could last for 4 rounds. So, like, everybody ends up having to put them in their decks. Yeah? You wanted a way to make games last longer. Oh, this is going to be bad, I bet you. I'll bet you it's been reprinted like crazy. This is always like the worst part of any set, like scanning in a set, is the lands. If the lands aren't worth anything, because they're just such boring like cards, kind of. Like sure, maybe the artwork's nice, but like usually the artwork's not super interesting. Sometimes it's interesting, but not usually. And like it's probably been reprinted in a more recent set, which means I'm going to have to go in and change it to say, no, you got the wrong set mana box. It's, return to uh Ravnica or Ravnica, not not whatever set you're pulling up. What is this set that it keeps on pulling up? Dual decks? Jace versus Rastica? This isn't from the dual deck. Yeah, set symbol's different. That's going to be fun. I think I have some cards from that set symbol. Almost sad. Okay. We're almost done. I mean, like, these are interesting sort of islands. Like, waterlogged cities? Is what they look like. I mean, maybe they're supposed to be like floating islands. I don't know. Okay. Last land card. We have 3 copies of it. Hey, we've almost beat that last set. Mirrodin Siege. Was it Mirrodin's Besiege that was our last set? Which is just atrocious. I mean, this card is worth money in that set. Is it worth money in Return to Ravnica? Yes, it is. So we do have a good card. $2.85. That was hmm. One second. Okay. Did I miss that that was because wasn't that one of the uncommons? Uncommon, uncommon, uncommon. Don't tell me. Yeah, Vandal Blast and Severe Safety. I literally pointed to red and white earlier, and the red card was on top. So, yeah. Well, this is the 4th set I've gone through, so it's, I want to say not my fault, but it's totally my fault. There's a rare. Museum Mortars. Deals 4 damage to target creature you don't control. And you can overload it for 6 mana. You may cast the spell for its overload cost. If you do, change its text by releasing all instances of target with each. It's actually not terrible, because then it deals 4 damage to each creature you don't control. So, not quite a board wipe, but I mean, depending on the situation, maybe. Is it instant? No, sorcery. Why do those look like black sometimes? Okay. Black cards not going to be worth anything unless there's a rare. Which there could be. Why? another case of where it's thinking it's a little bit different. So sometimes does that where it decides, like it wants to decide that the artwork is different for this set. Like it's not set up to recognize that it's the same artwork. Scavenge that as a sorcery. That's actually scavenge only as a sorcery. So would you be able to attack with that and then scavenge it? You know, learn more on all the rules and stuff. Okay. Last one, white. We do have an uncommon in white for this set that may show up. What was it again? Sphere of safety. Oh, it says 1 of 12. So why does it recognize that that token is like from that set, but then the other one it doesn't? Eyes in the skies. Come on, where's. We don't have a lot left. I'm thinking. Yeah, I don't think we have it here. Okay. So $16.83 for 169 cards. Oops. That is not what. It's kind of disappointing. Created a set. You go find that set and add a couple cards to it. Starting with a bird. Just a bird. Oh gosh. There's a lot of birds. It's a bird token. Oh, I just want a bird. Which bird is it? Uh, let's just click on one and see if. No, it's not that bird. There it is. Return to Ravnica tokens. Hmm. Create date. So we do have that one. And then we're going to do ultimate price. Ultimate price. It's not Ravnica remastered. It's the original Return to Ravnica. Add it. It's 7 cents. And we want to do one more. Yeah. One more there. Save. Now we have two of them. Perfect. Change this back to price. Just verify. Yes. All of our cards, $2.85. It's the one card that was worth something. A little bit disappointing, especially. I think this is the biggest that we've done tonight. So 16 something dollars. Maybe 17 now. But we have one card that's worth something. So I don't know. I think we found what, like four in the first set we did tonight, and then two in the second one, zero in the third, and then one card in this last one. So, but hey, it's something. And we're making progress going through stuff. So, I have another half of a box that I've sorted through to go through. And then I have 2 rows of cards of various sets from this time frame. And then I have 4 rows of more like modern stuff. Talking probably what, like 2015 and later. So, but once we're done with all that, we'll be done with the Magic the Gathering. Then I have what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rows and a few boxes of miscellaneous other cards. So that'll be interesting to look through and see if we can find prices on anything. I mean, for all I know, like, yes, we've been going through the Magic the Gathering. That's where I suspect we'll find some cards that are worth something. But I don't know. For all I know, there's, you know, Highlander card. Like I've seen Highlander in there, or Babylon 5 or something, where it's just going to be like a set that 10 years ago or 5 years ago was worth nothing, and then just all of a sudden people are like, oh, this is really collectible and I want it. Barely any were printed because the one guy who bought all of it, you know, donated it all to Cardhalla or something. Who knows? So I guess it's always possible. Um, I'm also thinking about starting to do some like pack opening stuff. Um, I saw somebody doing like a short a day of opening a pack. I think that might be kind of useful on this channel just to try to get some more people in. And honestly, I know I haven't played Magic the Gathering or bought anything, but I'm always still kind of interested in it. It's kind of a nostalgia thing. I could see buying a few boxes and opening them up. Uh, you know, especially if this channel like actually started to like, take off and I ever like actually got monetized, I'd probably just take anything I made from this channel and just steamroll it back into like buying stuff to open up on live stream and or on videos and stuff. Um, like may as well in that case. Yeah, so we'll see. Um, I do have a box of. Actually, is it Ravnica? I want to say it starts with an R. So, like, not like a big box, but it has like 10 booster packs in it or something. It's like one of those set things. So, maybe it would be worth opening that up. Anyway, we are going to call that the end of this stream. So, be back, I would say tomorrow, but it's already after midnight for me. So, be back later today to do some more, I think. So, because I already have about this much sorted through again. So,